It's the 1st of December and you know what that means. Time for another beer related advent calendar. So before we get into today's beer, let's break down what advent calendar I'm going through this year. So the beer advent calendar I've gone for this year is a bit of an unusual one in terms of you guys will probably struggle to get your hands on it, and that's because it has been done by my local bottle shop slash brewery, which is Firerock Brewing Company. So they have done an advent calendar this year, which is £125, and you get this lovely wooden crate with 24 individual wrapped beers. So it feels almost like it's Christmas every day for the advent. It's very nicely packaged, very nicely presented, or wrapped up. A lot of these ones put cardboard and all that kind of stuff, which is good for the environment. You can recycle it, that kind of stuff. But having a nice wooden box to be able to do whatever you want with is got its perks as well. So let's get into day number one. So the first beer that I unwrapped and unveiled was from Pentridge in collaboration with Brewcavern, and that is You Got Any IPA Pals, or Got Any IPA Pals, I always get the name wrong, which is a 6.2% India Pale Ale. So quite a nice strong start really. I mean, it's not a ridiculous percentage, but it's also not unreasonable. Like 6.2% is a decent percentage. Now I have actually had this beer before. I had it at Nottingham Beer Festival, Robin Hood Beer Festival, back in October. I was actually on the bar that was serving this because I was working there volunteering, and I got to try quite a bit of this, and it was absolutely beautiful. So although I've had it before, I know this is a really good beer. But let's get it cracked open, poured into a glass, and I can review it for you now. So there we go. So this beer was actually brewed in collaboration with Brewcavern. As I mentioned, Brewcavern is a Nottinghamshire based bottle shop, and this was brewed for their 10th anniversary. Kind of the running joke of you walk into a shop and the person just goes, "Got any IPAs, pal?" It's like, yeah, we're a bottle shop. We have IPAs. So this one is a very hazy, very hard to see through. Definitely can't see the bottom of the glass or the camera. So very, very hazy in colour. In terms of the aroma, absolute heaps of stone fruit, sort of papaya, mango, really fruity, really citrusy. It's probably borderlining a New England IPA in terms of the aroma. From what I remember on the taste, it is a little bit less so. It's not quite as New England IPA like, but still, the aroma is brilliant. Like, that's exactly what you want to smell when you get a beer at a bar. Just smell it and go, oh yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to be in for a good time here. So on to the taste. Yeah, I mean, this is actually very much in sort of New England IPA territory. Very fruit forward, very flavoursome, very sort of heavy on the mouthfeel. It's very coating, very luxurious. It's not thin, it's not light. And yeah, you get heaps of this juicy stone fruit, mango flavour. But this is where I think it probably strays away from being quite New England IPAs. It's got a nice bitterness to it. New England IPAs tend to just be quite fruit forward and sort of juicy. without any real bitterness behind it, whereas this has got quite a nice bitter finish, which is the differentiating factor, I think, and actually gives it some more sort of it's more moreish. It's you keep wanting to go back for another glass. It doesn't get too overbearing because although it's quite heavy and sweet, or light and sweet flavour wise, sorry, it's not heavy on sort of like overbearingness. It's not overbearing, it's not overpowered. It's very nicely balanced because that bitterness sort of drags it back to ground level. But as you can tell, I'm taking some nice big swigs of this because this is glorious. It's a very, very nice beer. Very, very tasty. Yeah, it's just chock full of flavour. Like, it is literally just a flavour bomb. It touches your tongue. Taste buds are absolutely firing on all cylinders. You swallow it, and then you get a nice sort of bitter finish, as I mentioned. Just to sort of bring it back to reality. Let's not get too carried away. Let's not get too over fruited, and just, you know, enjoy it and savour it. And absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad I have this sort of back in my life because this is very, very enjoyable. And if this is day one, I definitely look forward to the rest of the calendar. But join me tomorrow to see what I get next. So that's going to do it for today for day one of the Advent calendar. As I say, join me tomorrow for day two. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see when the video drops for the Advent calendar video. And obviously throughout this month, I will be dropping them daily, ideally, but I may have to then, depending on sort of conflicts with other commitments, I may need to sort of do a couple of double headers or triple headers. I think I did quite a big one last year because I had a lot going on, but hopefully not quite that big of a sort of gap this time. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. And all I have to do is say cheers.